Hi, everybody. I'm going to do the chapter 3 sim book walkthrough. Let me go ahead and share my screen. So if you're following along with me, you've got your chapter 3 sim book open, collaborating with others and working with reports. Remember, the first page is giving us here's the 7 things we're going to cover. Um, there's also 3 pause and practices built in. You'll see these listed here. And when you're scrolling through, you'll see them pop up. Those are not required. Please do them, especially if you're struggling. If we are learning a skill that you're not good at or have never learned before, do the pause and practice. They are not going to be on this screen though. Okay. They are for your benefit. So please do them as often, as many times as you want to. Um, Let's go ahead and get started. I don't want to take too much of your time. Also, because it's the video, you can pause at any time to do the steps that I'm doing. I'm not going to read the book or the whole chapter for you, but I am going to scroll through and talk a little bit, very briefly, about the things that we're doing in the let me try part of um, what I'm going over. So remember, there's the show me, guide me, let me try. Show me is the video of watching the mouse do the thing. Guide me is you practicing doing the thing with step-by-step instructions. Click this, go here, move your mouse this way. And then the let me try is you trying those things on your own without the very, very specific directions. However, in the let me try, don't forget that there's always show me a hint button. So like you're stuck, you can't find it. You got the big red, you're doing it wrong box several times. Then pause, don't get frustrated, click the show me a hint and keep moving. Um, okay, so let's move forward. So the beginning of this chapter ultimately is talking about adding comments. And in my daily job, we are constantly passing documents back and forth together in a collaborative way, getting people's comments or opinions or what do you think about this? Does this paragraph sound right? You can add a comment into a Word document and send it back to the person, and it'll highlight the important part, and then in the margin it'll say April says this. Change this sentence to this instead, or whatever. So we're going to learn how to insert a comment. So very briefly, we'll do this video. We're not going to do all the little show me videos. Um,
To insert a comment, place the cursor where you want to insert the comment. Click the New Comment button, Review tab, Comments group. Type comment text in the balloon.
See? Now, if that was foreign to you, watch it again and then go to the guide me. I'm going to skip over to the let me try. It says add a new comment. Type the following as the text of the comment. And then when you're finished, click Control Enter. There's also a way to do it instead of doing Control Enter. I'll show you that in a second. Also, let's keep in mind, if you're on a Mac, Macs look a little different. It's fine when you're in the simulation, but when you're doing your project, um, the same groups may be a little different or the button may be in a different spot. So if you're using a Mac, enter at your own risk. I'm a Mac user too, I get it, but just keep that in mind, okay? It's not the same. I, I am a Mac lover and I'm on one right now, but keep in mind, most of you with Macs have reached out to me and we've had side conversations. Just remember that when you're in the simulation doing it, it might look a little bit different than when we're in our guided project that you're going to turn in at the end of the chapter. It may look a little bit different, so you may struggle just a bit. That's okay. We'll get through it, but just a reminder. Also, here's that show hint button if you keep getting it wrong over and over again. All right, add a new comment. So We've got to go find where the comment button is. And I think it's in review. It is. New comment. Also, let me say this. It didn't show you this specifically. Notice that the cursor is flashing right here. When you add a comment, you either have to highlight the section that you're talking about or put the cursor in front of what's important about this comment. So that where the cursor is placed is important. All right. So we're going to say new comment. There's our comment. It pops up. And it says insert a cover, page, and table of contents. When you're finished, press Control Enter or click this blue arrow button. Great, we got it right. Congratulations. Again, if you need to do that with me, if you're following along, hit pause and go back and do yours. I'm going to keep going. Also, remember the arrow is here to move to the next page, but we're not done. You need to keep scrolling. All right, so the next thing to talk about is to reply to, resolve, or reopen a comment. Resolve means maybe the comment you sent me told me to delete something, or how about this, or whatever. Clicking resolve says we're done with this. Whatever the task was that I needed to do, this is no longer an issue. We're done. Instead of deleting it, you can click resolve. That way all these changes can be monitored. And I'll do the show me video.
To reply to a comment, click the reply area. A reply area opens within the existing comment where you can type a reply below the original comment. To resolve a comment, click the resolve button on the right side of the comment in the markup area. The text of the resolved comment changes to a light gray color.
Excellent. Let's go try that ourselves. Reply to the selected comment with thank you. We'll do. All right. So we click in the box where it says reply. Thank you. Will do. Great. Advance to the next step. Resolve the second comment starting with be sure to include. So here's what I don't think the video did a good job of showing you. There is no resolve button on this screen. You have to open up the three little dots. You can edit the comment, delete, or resolve. And we got that one right. So click close and let's keep going. You can also edit and delete comments. So it says delete the first comment starting with add an endnote here. So open the three dots, click delete. Great. All right, we're down at the bottom of the page. Now we can scroll on. So tracking changes. So because Word can be used collaboratively amongst several people all at once, you can email them back and forth. You can share OneDrive links. You can share iCloud links. However that need, or it can be posted to SharePoint so that everybody just goes to the same page to look at it. All of that can be tracked, meaning if you go in and delete something you shouldn't delete, and I get in there and go, oh my goodness, where's this sentence at? That was the most important one. I can go and use track changes to say when it was deleted, and I can put it back in there. So it'll still show me what it used to be and then show me what it is now. And then I can go back and add it back if I need to. So let's track changes.
To use track changes, click the Track Changes button, Review tab, Tracking Group. Edit, delete, insert, or format text in the document.
Now let's go try. Turn on track changes. If necessary, select the word basic. So the word basic is actually already selected for us. So let's go to review, find the track changes button. So we turned it on. If necessary, select the word basic in the first sentence of the first paragraph and type general to replace the selected word. So what you see and I do wish I could move this box, but I can't. So basic was highlighted. Instead of completely deleting it and us forgetting that it ever existed, tracking changes shows we started with the word basic. We don't love that. We'll mark it out. We'll add general. This is important when multiple people are collaborating and I can send it back and go, okay, I've turned on track changes. You'll see everything that I just edited. See if you like the new version better. And if not, they can go back and go, oh, no, no, the word basic is way better. That's another reason why track changes is important though. Let's keep going. So you can accept or reject changes too. So I'm going to jump to the let me try without watching the video. Haven't done this one yet, so fingers crossed. Reject the next change in the document and then accept the following. So it's on schedule. It's highlighted schedule, track change, accept right here. So what are we doing? We're rejecting the first one and accepting the next one. So reject the next change, which is the word schedule right here. So we're going to click reject. Uh-oh. Click the next button, review tab, changes group. Then click accept. Let's go back and do that again. What? Review. Next change, reject. Then click the reject button, click the accept button. Let's go back. Show hint. Clearly I've done it wrong. Click the next button. We did that a while ago. Click next, reject, then accept. Oh, so I wasn't clicking the accept button immediately after. That's weird. Okay. But that's why we do the show hint button. Got it. Again, pause, practice, and you saw that I got it wrong like twice in a row. It was time to show a hint. Please use that same thing. All right, let's keep going. This is about, oh, I'm sorry, I scrolled too far. This is about sharing a file. You can share links to files that are shared digitally rather than emailing the document. I'm still a fan of emailing. OneDrive is not my fan. I'm not a fan.
Click the Share button in the upper right corner of the Office app window and select Share to open the Share window. Click the Link Settings button to open the Link Settings window. Select who can use the sharing link from the Share the Link With area. Click the drop-down list in the More Settings area and select Can View to enable recipients to open and view the shared file, but restrict them from editing it. Click Apply. Type the email address of the person with whom you are sharing the file in the To, Name, Group, or Email area on the Send Link dialog box. Type a message to recipients in the Message area and click the Send button. Click the X to close the confirmation window. An email is sent to people you invited.
Okay, great. Let's try that. Share a link to this document with this email address with this message. All right, so here's our share. Share. Now, I have actually done this one before, and I'm going to go ahead and give you a hint. I tried to copy and paste the email address from the top here and paste it to the bottom. It kept telling me I was doing it wrong. So you're going to have to manually type that. L Quincy 67@gmail.com. And the message is here. Whoops. Here is that file, Leroy. Set the permissions so that anyone with the link can view it and that the recipient can open and view the shared file, but they cannot edit. So change this. They can view, but they can't edit. Okay. Anyone with the link? Anyone? So we've got that set. We hit view. Let's click apply and let's see if we did it right. And then close that. Great. We did it right. All right. Let's keep plugging away. Again, don't forget you can pause anytime you need to. This is the first pause and practice. So if you want to stop and practice, please do so. I'm going to go ahead and skip through. All right. Footnotes and endnotes. So you're in your English class and they are giving you a very specific type of paper to write. MLA, APA, Chicago style, whatever. All of those have very specific rules on how citations should be documented, how things should be cited in the paper. And those could be endnotes or footnotes or works cited pages or whatever. Okay, so we're going to insert an endnote. Let's try this. Insert the footnote personal training program at the current location in the document. So the current location in the document, our cursor is flashing right here after the PTP. Insert footnote. Is this references? Insert footnote. So it puts the footnote down at the bottom. Training program. And I typed it right. What it doesn't show you that I wish it would is up there where the cursor was, it put a little number 1 up there for you. You don't have to type that. It does that itself. And it keeps them in numerical order. So let's see, you had 6 other footnotes that you need to add. Down here where you see number 1, personal training program, it just starts stacking them on top of it. And throughout your paper, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get the point. All right. Let's keep on plugging away. It says, once you have them in there, it's easy to add or add an endnote text. I don't use endnotes as much. I use footnotes and I use other things pretty regularly. I'm not an endnote user much. So let's see if we can knock this out. I'm going to do the show me.
To convert footnotes into endnotes, click the Footnotes launcher, References tab, Footnotes group, to open the footnote and endnote dialog box. In the Location area, click the Convert button. The Convert Notes dialog box opens. Select from one of the 3 convert options: convert all footnotes to endnotes, convert all endnotes to footnotes, or swap footnotes and endnotes. Click OK to close the Convert Notes dialog box. Click Close to close the footnote and endnote dialog box.
All right, let's try that. All right, convert the footnotes in this document to endnotes. So in the References tab, Footnotes box, Convert. Convert footnotes to endnotes. Click OK. And I clicked Apply. Great, we got it right. Let's close and keep plugging along. All right, we reached the bottom of our page. We're going to turn the page. Creating a bibliography or inserting citations. Back to that English essay that you are writing in Comp 1 or 2. They will have APA, Chicago, MLA, and the other one already embedded. However, don't just take the software's word for it when you're in your English class. Yes, set it up, do all the things you're supposed to. But if your instructor gave very specific answers or directions, not answers, about certain things, double check that the bibliography or the works cited page that you create through Word, the presets, make sure those are set to any maybe specifications that your instructor gave that may not be the default. I've run into that myself. All right, so let's watch.
To select the bibliography style of the report, click the References tab. Then click the Style drop-down arrow and select the style of the report.
All right, let's go over to the Let Me Try. Change the bibliography style to MLA 7th edition. So this one is styled at APA. So we need to find MLA, and they're alphabetical, MLA 7th edition. Done. Great. Let's keep plugging away. It says my screen sharing is paused. I'm trying to, okay, there we go. All right. So let's keep going. We're going to add a new source. Let's start with the video on this one.
To add a new source, click the Insert Citation button, References tab, Citations and Bibliography group, and select Add New Source. Click the Type of Source drop-down list and select the type of source. In the Author area, type in the author information. Type other source information in the title, year, city, and publisher boxes. Word automatically creates a tag name for your source. Edit the tag name if desired. Click OK to close the Create Source dialog box.
All right, let's go try this one. This one will be very helpful for those English or history essays. All right, create a new source with the type of source book. Oh, got it. Wait. Insert citation. Add new source. Type of source, book, author, Edward R. Burke. Title, The Complete Book of Long Distance Cycling. Year 2019. City, New York. Publisher, Rodale Books. Tag name, you got to change it. Burke. Add to the source. Bam, we got it. All right, pause the video and y'all go try that. That one's going to be incredibly helpful. All right, it says insert a citation. Let's see if I can do this one without the show me video because I have done this a lot. It's just been a minute. Insert the Chapel Thomas source. References, insert citation. Chapel Thomas. Okay. The citation, the source had already been created. Keep that, hear me. You'd already typed all the stuff in, so it saved the source. Because you're typing this essay for whatever class, and you're using this book, and you're quoting from it 7 times. You only have to type that source once, it will save it. You're telling it where to put it. So let's put it here. Okay, make sense? Please pause, go back, do that yourself. Insert a placeholder is next on that one. Managing sources. I'm going to do a show me video on this one.
To use the researcher, click the Researcher button, References tab, Research Group. The researcher pane opens on the right side of the word window. Type keywords of the search topic in the search text box and press enter. Search results display in the researcher pane. Click the plus sign in the upper right corner of a source result to add a citation to the report. Click the X in the upper right corner of the researcher pane to close the pane.
Okay, so you're using a web source. You forgot to save it. You got to go find it. There are 100 ways to do that. In some cases, if you're in the web version of Word, you can actually ask Word to go search it for you. That's what we're doing here, okay? So open the researcher pane. Here's researcher, references tab, researcher. Great. Next. Search for articles about Max Vo 2. So in the thing, Max Vo 2. Right? Insert the journal article titled A Study of VO2 Max and Body Fat Percentage in Female Athletes. So notice all of these say VO2 max somewhere. You're looking for the specific one. A study of VO2 max and body fat percentage in female athletes right here. So you click the plus. Then close this. Great. It inserted it. I don't know if you saw that in the paragraph on your screen in the document. It inserted it for you. Great. Let's insert a bibliography. I'm going to practice. I'm going to try this one without practicing. Insert a references style bibliography. So in the bibliography drop-down menu, there are different types of bibliographies to find. One of them is labeled references. Bibliography, references, works cited. If you are in MLA formatting, you're going to want a works cited. I think APA is the one that does references. This is also one of those times you want to ensure with your instructor, if you're in history versus if you're in English or if you're in science or whatever the class is that you're writing a research paper on, ask if the last page is a bibliography page or if it's a works cited page. You need to know that information. This one wants references. Great. Let's keep going. There's another pause and practice. Please do that. Again, I'm not grading these, but if you need extra help, this is for you. All right, let's plug along. We're going to insert some other things. I'm going to just click this one. Change the current heading to heading style 1. The current heading, where the cursor is basic guidelines. Had they not said that, since they didn't say basic guidelines, just know wherever the cursor is, that's what we're talking about. I would have said basic guidelines if I were giving the directions. So just know that. Change the current heading style. So your heading style, your styles, home tab style section, they're right here. Open it up. There's a bazillion different ones. Heading style 1. Click it. Bam. Notice it changes the color and the size. There are multiple reasons that you need to use headings. And I can tell you from personal experience, when I am creating a document for my online classes, I have to be very mindful of titles, headings like that one, paragraph headers. In business, we use a lot of paragraph headers for business reports. You know, in an English essay, you have your MLA formatting, everything's double spaced, indent your paragraphs, one title, and that's it with a works cited page. In business, you use paragraph headers because everything has to be identified in a business setting. Think loan application. If you have a paragraph, there's a paragraph header right above it that tells you what this paragraph's about. That's important because if you have to use heading styles, and many, many types of jobs do, screen readers can read them and they'll tell you this is important, this is a header, not just this is an extra word on a page. And there's a difference. So heading styles are important. Let's keep going. Let's insert the automatic table 2 table of contents at the top of the first page. Let's go ahead and click the Show Hint. Click the Table of Contents button in the References tab. References tab, Table of Contents. Pull the drop-down menu down and select Automatic Table 2. There it is right there. Remember, there's several to pick from. Automatic Table 2. Bam! Got you a table of contents. As a business instructor, I can tell you that several of the projects that we have in my classes, in my advanced classes, require a table of contents. And for some students, those are very hard to create because they haven't had this class yet or they skipped to the table of contents chapter. But it's that simple. So keep in mind. Let's go. Next page, inserting a cover page. Sorry, you probably don't want me singing. Insert the semaphore. Semaphore, is that right? Show hint. Click the cover page button in the Insert tab, Pages group, cover page, right here. Use the arrow to pull down the menu. And they're usually alphabetized, but they're not because I noticed the first one is an R. There it is. Great, we just added a cover page. I know my classes are not the only classes that require cover pages on some business proposals, so file that one away. You're going to use it in the future. Let's customize some documents. Let's just keep on plugging away. Add the Manager document property using the Quick Parts button. Click the Quick Parts button in the Insert tab, Text Group, Quick Parts, and select Document Property. Document Property. Select Manager. Right down here, I know it doesn't highlight once it's finished, but it added this down here where I'm circling. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, again, you can always pause and go back and redo. If you need to, always do the show me video. Use the hint, all the things. Using advanced headers and footers. Let's do a show me.
To insert a page or section break, click the Breaks button, Layout tab, Page Layout Group. Select the type of break from the drop-down list.
So it said go to Layout Breaks and then click Page Break right here. There's also another way to do that. There's a Page Break or Insert Extra Line button also. Insert built-in header or footer. Add 2 bars 1 page number on the bottom of the page. Insert page number, bottom of page. So pay attention to all these words. We're inserting a page number, found that menu. We're looking, and it says it's going on the bottom of the page. So click the bottom of the page menu. Then find 2 bars 1. Whoops. Two bars 1. You'll notice it'll put the page number at the bottom with 2 lines underneath it. Great. Open the footer area and change the document so that the first page has a different footer from the rest. So let's go back to the footer. You can double click to select a footer that's already there. Edit footer. Change the document so the first page has a different footer from the rest. Show hint. Double click the footer, click the different first page checkbox and select it. Ah, I didn't realize that's what I was asking. My apologies for the confusion. All right, let's keep going. It looks like we're going to format some page numbers. Pause and practice. Again, please use these if you need them. They are there for you. Here is a chapter summary. We went through all 7, I think it was 7 steps. If you've done all of the let me tries and got a check mark at the end, then your work for this chapter is done for the grade. If you want to review, please continue clicking the next button. These are optional. They're there, but they're optional. Okay, you can scroll through until you reach the next chapter or until you get to, until you get to the guided project. I would not scroll through to find the guided project. I would close and then I would go back in and use the direct link to the guided project. That way you're not, there's multiple guided projects in there. I don't want you doing all of them. So I would go ahead and close. And then when you're ready to do the guided project, please go in from the direct link from Blackboard. That way you're not accidentally selecting the wrong one. Okay, so there's chapter 3. We got through it. Again, use this if you need it. Follow along with me, hit pause, whatever you got to do. But I'll try to start getting these out a little bit earlier. I apologize for that. I think I got this one out a little bit later than I had intended. Maybe you don't realize that, but anyway. Have a great day. Have a great week. If you have any questions, holler at me. If you're really just struggling and this doesn't make sense, please help me. Shoot me an email and we can get together. We can do it. We can do it together. We can sit in the room together. We can Zoom together, whatever. I'm free. We can find a time. So don't get frustrated. Above anything, don't get so overwhelmed and frustrated that you just give up. That is, you email me before you do that, okay? Keep the lines of communication open. Keep plugging away. You're doing fantastic. This class sometimes goes really fast. I get it. But you can do this. I have faith in you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.